It's a brand new day. And I haven't really posted a lot, and something has changed. My hair also. I think this past few weeks or days has taught me to really humble down, or less, put me back to earth, because I've been feeling like I'm at the top of the world, or like I know everything right, or that feeling when you're just like having this feeling where you're kind of feeling like you're always morally right and all that. That your like our learning, that my learning has become like a performance and not like real time. And I think that's what we also need to understand, is that it's not like movies, or like it's not like, oh, I'm learning this one and then we have to kind of like perform it, that we understand it. But we actually have to do the work, because we also have this ego inside of us. And it's not, we don't have to deny it, that we have ego, we have wounds, we have traumas that could create like a personality that maybe someone don't like. It's just, it's normal. It's very like, just like this, there's trash in nature. And because of like what's happening, like people just dumping the shit out, and the nature could have like a personality look, or like, you know it's not always like, it's not always like having to be blamed, or like it's not always that we have to be at fault. It's just that we need to wake up with this part of ourselves that needs waking up. And yeah, I think I just have this moment because I just had a sacred moment with my friend, a dancer, a movement artist also, but she's more of like an internal, like she's exploring within her, while I'm exploring outside and just reaching out to communities and all that. But yeah, I'm quite like shifting my perspective into hating myself for people pleasing, or having this energy to kind of understand people and things. But actually, what I've been doing, like curating dance styles and dance communities and being there and showing up, it's not, yeah, it's not really people pleasing. It's just like how it should be. I realize that it's just that my self-loading always block the potential of what I really do, and that kind of disrupts the truth, the fact that I do love to give, or I do love to kind of like show light, to shine my light in ways to show people that I love them. And I think that I have this wound inside me that has rejection, that has faced a lot of rejection, and sometimes I think we have to discern also. This is also a reminder for you, or maybe, yeah, it's a reminder for me. I have to discern whether I'm acting out of love, or acting to need love, if that makes sense. Because, I've been like just showing up for people, especially in the dance community here in Bohol, because this is just a new town. I really love it here, especially this one. Like, bro, can't even start with that. But yes, the people here are very passionate as well, and I've been just alone in the public spaces, having me exposed by other dancers. It's also a way for me to plant seeds that I'm there, that I showed up for dance, and if they ever need someone, or yes, this is also like a market strategy for me. I don't really like to load myself into that, because people are also doing it, and I think that making your art as a business is not, it's not embarrassing. I just need to kind of like really shift my mindset in that part. But yeah, right now I've been realizing a lot. I just got another job again. So 3 months ago, I really resigned because my mental health was so drained, and I was working with this account that has a really bad like background that is helping with this genocide and all that, and I don't want to support it anymore, and I really hate it. And but yeah, choices, right? To be an artist is to have choices or to create choices, even if there's no choices at all. I learned that at a at a video in YouTube that teaches how to be a dance teacher, and he he first said to be an artist is to choose, and like that really makes sense in my life right now, to kind of like have just choices. I don't know what I'm gonna be like, what's the main topic for this video, but I don't want to edit this one. This is just a stream of consciousness of me, of how I've been like this sun, bro. Like wow. And yeah, I think I really am changing now. I used to kind of like just be afraid, and now I'm actually doing the work. There's still a bit of feeling inside me. I was an introvert. I was like, if you could watch like the perks of being a wallflower, bro, that's me. And now I'm turning into like someone like Enola Holmes or whoever. Like I'm turning to be somewhere out there, because I've taken a lot of time just to be in myself and to kind of like think about things and having this wisdom in me, because I have a lot of shadows that I have to swallow, if that makes sense, you know. Like I have my trauma and my wounds, and I have to live with a psychopath, with a narcissist, and I have to kind of like think how to love myself. Because if I didn't like have all this wisdom today, and if I just kind of like get into sadness and anger, I would have been dead already. But you know, so just like you, if you have if you're still alive right now while you deal with all of those pains, maybe you're still dealing with it right now, like you're still living with it, or you're still having your first heartbreak, or you're still having your first betrayal, or like everything. Like it's a deep, deep thing, and it's an internal process. And most of us disappear too, and that's okay. And most of us want to show up even if their heart's breaking, because that's how they want to find people, or that's how they want to find love, you know. And I think that I don't want to hate myself or other people to look for external validation. I think that that is, you know, okay, that is good. That is a good quote, that chasing validation of other people is like, you know, bad, or like it's so silly, or it's just not right. But for me, I think I much more understand people doing that. They just kind of need reminders and not really shame. You know, they don't need shame. You don't have to shame people for just looking for external validation. Maybe you were grown to like, you know, with parents, and someone who you're comparing with didn't live with parents, or haven't received any love in their childhood. So I think that we just have to like remain balanced and show up as who we are. If you're that, you're that, you know. I'm just really inspired a lot of like of people that I'm meeting right now. I think it's changing, like it's like another episode of my life with new people, and I kind of have to like really grasp the changes here, because I get stuck immediately. Like I get stuck so easily. Also, like I I get attached, and think that's okay. That's human, right? But yeah, let's just keep on going. And I think that the present moment is not that scary. Maybe you need to sleep a lot to kind of have a lot of focus for the day. But I also realize that even if I don't do this, like I don't do yoga every day, or I don't meditate every day, or I don't do this healthy routine, and I just realized I'm still okay. I'm still the kindest person I could ever be. And you don't have to trade you don't have to judge yourself for that one. You don't have to limit your potential by things. But yes, routine really helps you. But it's just that, like, judging yourself at the end of the day and not really, be present enough to see what's the change, because everything's changing here. We have to adapt with it, or we have to create something for us to get into the flow and not get stuck to the old ways. But yeah, this is the sunrise, by the way. It's so cool. I'm at the other side of Tagbilaran. I'm actually at my friend's house also. I'm so grateful for them. I just met them. Ironically, my friend's name is Freedom, and also my friend's name is Carlo. So yeah, Carlo is like my half brother, who's my like who has traumatized me. I know I'm blaming again, but I think they have they have the credit though. Just every art, I'm part of it, and I'm an art, and now I'm much better. I left my old hometown just for my mental health. Kind of sick to live it, you know. Yes, and kind of sick to just be talking with myself and having a stream consciousness right now. So thank you so much for watching. Just how did I do this one? I don't usually talk, but later on I'm just gonna talk with people again. I'm really gonna like express how I love art, and to kind of practice my teaching, because I really miss teaching. I miss you, Alam Pa. And right now I just miss teaching. So later on I'll be also teaching, and may everything, just be present. May myself be present there later. My soul and my knowledge and my insights and my calmness and my passion. So say goodbye to the sun. I'll practice more of just balance, accepting the dark and the light. Really pointing myself though. So yeah, everything's changing. I think that's good, but some of it is bad, and we have to accept it in a way that we don't really change our being. That we are still having this essence. That we're still worthy. We still have to work on with our 7 chakras. We need to feel safe in our root chakra. We need to feel, or we need to be secured financially, or I don't know, have a roof under, have a roof under your head. And then we have no, have a roof. I think have a, I don't know what else, but you know what I mean. And we have like the sacral, have a have a good feeling with people, just connecting, would be able to socialize. And if you can do that, bro, you just have to practice understanding people also, and also yourself, to have a sacred boundary. But yeah, let's move on to our solar plexus, which is about, oh sorry, we have the sacral chakra. It's about yourself. Yourself is seen. If you have the orange chakra here, the sacral chakra, just have to practice, like, just being who you are, and be able to accept it slowly by slowly. And I don't want to rush you, because we also have this trauma and wounds that we have to like deal with, in order to kind of like accept, and to really boost, and not just like ego, but also like purpose, to see yourself that you're worthy, that you're here for a reason, that you're not by mistake. You're not iconic by mistake, girl. You're a baddie, you're an iconic bitch. But yeah, we have the solar plexus. I think it's a CL1, and that is birth connection. It's about social engaging, and actually that's the bit that I'm actually working on right now, and I'm that phase. I have to take it slowly and slowly because I do still have wounds that still triggers that part. But right now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna be just present and make mistake and say sorry and make connections, real connection, just like and we have the heart chakra is to love, the green chakra to actually love unconditionally, to feel it within my heart. So when something good happens, I'm just gonna practice like touching my heart and radiating it within me, so that I can actually radiate it even more outside naturally. In this, we have our throat chakra, which I am working right now. I'm actually practicing, and this is actually a good thing that happened to me this day because when I try to vlog myself, I don't know what to say. But when my friend arrived here and had a call up with me and just talked to me, I was so engaging. I was because we have the same frequency, and I think I really just need people that has like the same frequency. And I think I push too much of myself to the wrong people. I don't want to say like wrong that they're bad or that. It's just that I I accidentally push myself into fitting in with the people that don't really have the vocabulary that I have, or the wisdom. And it's okay. It's like it's not really levels, but it's just different kinds of consciousness world. And yeah, when I met my friend just earlier, like yesterday, like I was so blessed. Like God, you made me feel like boosh, and I kind of forgot how good it feels to have like a friend like that. So yeah, we have the throat chakra is to say something and to have boundaries and to speak what you mean and mean what you say. And we have the eye chakra, the third eye chakra. For most of us, we're scared of that. The third eye chakra is about like seeing the essence of things. It's not just looking at the surface level, but also seeing what's behind it and what's the purpose of it, and that in everyday life we see that even if we're stuck here in a maybe you're stuck in a depression and you're sad and you're just bed rotting at home, and to see that this is not just it, to realize or to see the universal view. If you zoom out, you're thinking about this one, but it's just too small, and this everyone is not really, for example, you're in public spaces and you think that everyone hates you, but when you're trying to look around, like use your third eye, it's like no one really cares. You're just seeing through, and to kind of like don't not believing with your not always believing in your thoughts, and just seeing by using your intuition rather than um you know like maybe traumatic responses or what. But if you know what I mean, intuition, guidance, alignment. And we have the crown chakra is the um, embodiment and understanding, to embody the higher self. So you don't actually have to like embody your higher self every time, because that would be tiring. You have to be perfect every time. You have to be this. You have to be that. But what I'm saying here is to embody what's the better version of what's happening right now. For example, right now there's a political issue. There's a lot of things exposing. There's a lot of, but I already know the truth because I've been studying for that one. Yes, I do. I I love David Wilcock, and he just passed away. And I know it's not an accident. I know the AIs are killing scientists who was whistleblowing. But yes, I'm still in the chapter of watching all of his videos. But yes, but yeah, right now I still have this reaction where I get triggered a lot, and then I post, and then I burst, and I'm trying to kind of like badmouth people. And my friend yesterday just made me realize, like, bro, I do, am offensive to some people, but it's just how I do it. And I think that when we want a community, we want to build, we need, we need blow speakers, like whistleblowers, and I'm being part of those. And but yeah, right now I learned that I don't have to please people to be awake, to let them have their own time. So right now we have the embodiment, right? To embody the higher self, the part of ourselves that are just okay. When we were a child, we have this version of ourselves that is unfiltered, that is trusting with the universe and life. That even if I'm crying today, I know that the world is so much, to explore. And maybe that's the reason why I have explored a lot of truth and lies of the world, and I started to just get crazy. And it's part of the awakening journey. It's part of like shouting out to people like, hey, wake up. Just like any other religious people that really believes in them, in their culture, or like in their, in their belief. So I think I have to slow down and to realize that it's okay. You can say no. You don't have to engage or say that you're wrong. You just have to be here. And that's what I also learned about spirituality. It's an individual journey. And I think that that hero syndrome part of me just want to have a connection, to have the right people. And I kind of force maybe everyone that I like, I like to be friends with. I kind of force them to have this same consciousness that I have, so that maybe, just maybe, I'll be loved truly, But I think the truth here, I'm already loved. I love and I'm already loved, Just like this one, I was invited to my friend's business. I just had a cola. I just said, I'm gonna have a class later, which they're gonna, which some of the people have already pre-registered. I'm loved already. Like, I need to see it. I need to embody that. I think I have to work on that, because the part of me that says no one loves me really, really still speaks with me because of my traumas and wounds. But yes, that's a process. You have to be aware first about what's wrong, and then like doing the work is not really easy. Like, you don't just go here to here. You kind of have to, surrender. Like, wow, whatever it takes. I know what I need to change, and I think that's a very fresh start. So I hope you have a fresh start. And yes, earlier I said goodbye to the sun, but right now look at me. But yeah, thank you so much for consciousness streaming with me. I appreciate you so much. Like, look at my hair. Yeah, I just like to evolve physically. But yeah, I hope you have a great time just being there. Go out in nature. Just be here, and whatever feels right, you'll know that. Namaste. Thank you so much.